Hello, everybody. Welcome into the secret weapon all advancing hospitality managers and executives use to get to a six-figure income position. My name is Marc Jospietre. You have seen me through my videos, and I want to congratulate you to get involved and to invest in yourself because in order to go where you want to go in life and how to get into that six-figure income, you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest time, energy, and money in order to be able to get to that next level, to that next position. So I want to congratulate you. You've been a you've been taking a tremendous decision to invest in yourself, and you will see great things that's going to happen out of this webinar. So my goal for you today is to acquire the basic fundamental to get to that six-figure position that you're looking for sooner rather than later. And what we're going to do is we're going to utilize the basic skill that makes all managers and executives successful. You know, this business is, it's not an easy business, but at the same time, it's a very rewarding business. And if you are applying and if you do what needs to be done every single day and you are applying the information I'm going to share with you, you will see your result improving and you will be able to put yourself in a position to get to that six figure that is basically when you reach this, you can work anywhere in the world because you are working with the top executives. So this training is a real deal. If you have been trying other training prior and before, you will see that this training is a training which has been used by a lot of different people. My mentor, Bob Proctor, has been using this and trained people from Fortune 500 companies all around the world. As a matter of fact, his business partner, Sandy Gallagher, she worked in Wall Street and she was one of the best lawyer into the banking and acquisition and bank transaction and did hundreds of billions of dollars and went to the best university in the world. And when she listened to this information, she was like, oh my God, I never heard someone talking about this. So this information, it doesn't matter what type of education you have. It doesn't matter what type of experience you have. This information is so vital and it will bring you to that position, that six-figure income that you're looking for. So pay close attention. What we're going to do today is I want you that you are focusing into that managing position that will improve your life because that's what we're aiming at. We're aiming to get to that position that you want, that you have been looking for. I'm going to share with you the three key fundamentals you need to aim for that six-figure position. The importance of goal, how to set up proper goal, how to manage your activities, and that because you have some time at your disposal. And some people are saying, I don't have the time to invest in myself. But we'll see how to manage your activity better and understand the true definition of attitude. And when you can apply this into your daily activities, you will see your life and everything transforming around you. So if you stick with me until the end of this webinar, I will provide you with all the information I'm going to share with you. So you're going to be able to download this information and keep it. As well, I will give you my book, 100 Million Possibility, for absolutely free. So if you stay until the end, you will be able to get this book. And you will as well have all the tools to be ahead of the game, which are powerful skills and are very, very important. So if you want to be able to move forward and to get to that next position, stay until the end of this webinar and you will see I will provide you with the tools and you're going to be able to look into those slides and review them in the future. So is this workshop for you? A lot of people, they sign up into those workshops and they're wondering, is that really something that's going to be of value to me? And what I want to say is if you're new to the hospitality industry, if you want to acquire the basic skills that makes all top executives successful, this workshop is for you. hands down. If you're ambitious and you're aiming at climbing the ladder sooner rather than later, this is for you. If you are stuck in the same position, and I know a lot of you, the reason why you are on this webinar, it's because you've been stuck. You were unable to climb the ladder. You've been advancing, but somehow people are not noticing you anymore. So there's newbies and new people which are coming in, and they always skip you. That webinar is for you. Or if you're already ahead of the game in your career, it's going very well, and you want to refresh your skills, you want to refine and define the next step for your advancement, this workshop is for you. So if you are one of those 4 categories, please stick with me, take some notes. I spend a lot of time into putting this webinar together. So I want you to take some notes and get involved as well. Like, if you have some question, get involved and write those questions in the question box on the side of this webinar. Now, I want to share with you some disclaimer for this webinar, because some people are looking into getting into those quick fix, and this is not a quick fix. This is not get 6-figure position quick. You will be able to advance to that 6-figure position. You can do this maybe in a year from now. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but if you're looking into getting something without doing nothing, that is not for you. So this is nothing to get advancement because you are the cousin of the owner of the hotel, or you're part of the family, or all those things. This is not a webinar for this, and this is not for people who are looking for an easy ride. There's no easy ride. All the people which have been into those 6-figure position have been doing things in a certain way. They've been working hard, and they were disciplined into what they were doing. And every executive that I know which are working and have a 6-figure income position has been very diligent at improving their skills. So in order for anyone to advance to those positions, you have to be dedicated to your career, to your goal, and it has to be part of your life. You have to embrace the process. That is very, very important that you understand that. So if you want to get there, make sure that you are dedicated to this career and you want to advance to that next position. Now, if we talk about the hospitality industry, this is, I love this industry because every time I think about hospitality, the first thing that I'm seeing is opportunities. Because the hospitality industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, which goes from anywhere in service, lodging, concierge, event planning, theme park, transportation, and there's so many more departments which are involved in that. And the characteristic and services of the personnel working in direct contact with the customers are extremely important. So you have to develop those service skills, because without you into this hospitality industry, there's no business. A business is people. A company is people. Without the people, there's no company. It's just an empty shell. So you have to understand that you have extreme power into this industry. And if you start valuing who you are and what you are, you will see you will be able to advance and get to that next level. And you have to be authentic. You have to be professional, and you have to be concerned about the happiness and the well-being of your customer. And if you do that, that's going to give you a competitive advantage, a competitive edge into the organization. And then if you can communicate this to your team and improve those skills, you will see you will start moving forward and start getting into that 6-figure income position that you are seeking. So pay close attention to this. You are into a phenomenal industry which smell opportunity, and the opportunity is so big. It is so big. For me, every time I am in conferences and I talk about those opportunities, and I see people which are half dead already. They not understanding that if they are where they are and they're not satisfied about where they are, it's all depending on their understanding about what this opportunity is, about this industry is. So you have to understand the market conditions. If you don't understand the market conditions, you will not be able to advance to that six-figure position. So it's very important that you are aware of what is happening, because most of the people are always looking at the position at the top and they envy those places, but there's way more space at the top than there will ever be at the bottom. Now understand that, because people are not aiming for the top position, they're aiming for the bottom one. So if you understand this part about this opportunity, you will be able to acquire those skills to bring you to that next level, to bring you to that six-figure position. Internet today gives you a leading edge. And not too long ago, if you wanted to move to another position, if you wanted to move to for example, if you are in America and you wanted to get a position in Europe, or you were in South America and you wanted to have a position in Asia, you needed someone that knew you to offer you and to put you into this channel in order to that someone could see you. But now with internet, especially with social media like LinkedIn, the doors are open. And you have to be aware that every single companies are looking for new talent. They're looking for someone that they can bring along, they can include into their team. As a matter of fact, there's people that this is exactly what their job is. Their career is based into talent acquisition. They're hunting people all the time to change them to another company. That is what some people, their career is based on. So people are looking for talent. And in order to get to that six-figure position, you need to have talent. You need to be able to get there. Okay? So make sure that you understand, and this is where I wanted to go with the slide, which was prior, which where I was saying that this opportunity is huge. You have to understand the market condition. Make sure you understand those market conditions. All right? Now, let me explain a little bit of my story, because you might have seen me on LinkedIn or on Facebook or on different platforms, and you decided to sign up into this webinar, and then you're just thinking like, who's this guy? Well, first of all, my name is Marc Jospitre. You probably saw that into the slides, and I'm from Quebec, Canada, and I studied communication, radio, and television, and at the age of 27, I spoke only French. And what happened is, through my career, I got offered an opportunity to go to Mexico and to start working into the hospitality industry. And when I arrived there, I spoke only French. Now, I realized very quickly that I'm going to have to learn English to start with if I want to be able to communicate with the customer which was coming, which most of them were coming from United States and Canada, but there was a lot of people from Europe as well, and most of the people are not learning Spanish first. They're learning English. So English is somehow the communication language into the hospitality industry in general. So I made my mind that I'm gonna learn English, and I did, and I worked into the hospitality industry, and over my career, which I worked there for about 15 years, I realized that there's so much opportunity. Now I'm living my dream life in Los Cabos, Mexico, and I'm living at the beach, which that's always something that I wanted to do. I wanted to play golf. I wanted to be into all those beautiful hotels and like all top hotels. That's always what I was looking, is traveling into first class and first class hotels. And what happened is I started to get involved in becoming a consultant with Proctor Gallagher Institute. And when I become a consultant, which that's the information I'm going to share with you, what happened is I started doubling my income into six figures. And now every single year, my income is doubling. So this information worked. I tested it. I know it. And I'm going to share piece of it with you. So everything I'm telling you right now, there's tons of different testimonial that you can find about how powerful this information. So I want you to think about yourself. Where could you be 3 years from now? Now, where were you 3 years from now? What I can guarantee you is if you're putting this in action, if you're applying the information I'm sharing with you right now, you will move into a space that you would have never imagined 3 years from now. So this is why this training is so important, because what we're going to show you, we're going to show you how to live by law, not by luck. Now, there's one law that you know very, very well, and that's the law of gravity. You know, the law of gravity states that everything's going to be attracted to the ground, to the center of our planet, right? Which basically, if you are into the roof, on the roof of the hotel where you work at, or on your house, on the roof of your house, and you jump, you're going to hit the floor. You're going to hit the ground, and there's no doubt about it. And I'm pretty sure that nobody will doubt this. Why? Because you've been taught that law. You experienced that law. So you will never doubt this. But if we go to another space, for example, if we are in a plane which is in free fall, now this law do not apply anymore. So the laws that are there are applying every single time where you are. So what I want you to think and what I want you to do is to start living by law and not by luck. And this is the way you will be able to get to that six-figure position. Dr. Wernher von Braun, which was the father of the space program, says that the natural laws of the universe are so precise that we don't have any difficulty to build spaceship. We can fly someone to the moon, and we can time the landing with the precision of a fraction of a second. Now, my mentor, Bob Proctor, said, you have great resource of talent and ability locked up within you, just waiting to be expressed. The law of vibration gives people the awareness that is required to make the personality change they desire. And this is where that we're going to work with today. I'm going to teach you how to use some of those laws, and using the law of vibration, which by the way is the first law of the law of attraction. That's a primary law of the law of attraction. The law of attraction is the secondary law. The vibration that you are in will create the attraction toward you. So it's very important that you understand and you start living by the law. And if you do this, you will be able to attract that six-figure position towards you and enjoy that six-figure position. So the three key fundamentals you need to earn a six-figure income position are goal settings, managing activities, and attitude. Now, I can almost hear you because you saw my income video. It says like how to set proper goal. I mean, this is very simple. You know, there's no rocket science into how to set up a proper goal. But you would see that most people that are setting goals, they're setting up the wrong way. They always set up the goal the wrong way. And this is what I want to share with you right now. I want to help you set up the goal into the right way. And if you do this, what it's going to do is it's going to give you direction. And when you do have direction, when you know where to go, when you know that when you're waking up in the morning, you know exactly why you wake up. Do you know that 19 people out of 20, which translate into 95% of the population, do not know why they're waking up in the morning? They have no clue. They're saying, "Oh, I wake up because I need to go to work." That is not the reason why you're waking up. You've been programmed to do that. But when you have a purpose, when you know why you wake up, then you'll be able to create the growth in order to acquire everything you need in order to walk toward that life that you want and to walk toward that six-figure position that you desire so much. So it is very important that you understand how to set up the proper goal so you have the proper direction, you know why you're waking up in the morning, you have a purpose, and then you're going to grow the right way. So how do we set up a goal? First of all, you have to understand that there's three categories of goal. And I like to use the same principle that my mentor is using, which I'm going to use exactly the same one. A, B, and C, right? There's A-type goal, B-type goal, C-type goal. It's very, very simple. So A-type goal is what you're currently doing. So if you are a front desk manager, for example, and you want to get into the managing director or the general manager. Now, most of the people will set up goal based on what they're currently doing. So I'm a front desk manager, and this year I'm just gonna improve my position. You already know how to do that. And if you're staying into this state of mind, you will never move forward because the purpose of a goal is to grow. It causes you to draw something from within that you didn't even know that was there. So if you are doing something that you've done before, that is not constituting a goal. I'm going to give you another example which you might relate a little bit better into this. So let's say that you have a Toyota Corolla and you bought it new and it's time to buy a new Toyota. And you're thinking, okay, I really like the Corolla. It did good for us, so let's buy the same car. Now, this would not constitute a goal because you bought your first one new and you know exactly how to do it. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't buy one, but it does not constitute a goal. A goal is something you're going after that you've never done before. All right? So most of the people, when they move from A-type goal, they're going to go to a B-type goal. And they're going to say, I think that I can do that. So they would pass from a front desk manager to maybe maybe they would say, oh, maybe I can be an assistant general manager. They think they can do that. And the thing that happened with this is that doesn't really inspire them. They know how, they make a plan. They say, okay, if I do this and everything works, and they have this beautiful plan. And if all those things happen, then I'll be able to get there. The problem with this goal is there's no inspiration. And because there's no inspiration, because that doesn't draw anything from within you that are inspiring you, you just saying, you know what? I think that, yeah, that's not really what I want. So people are giving up and they go right back into what they're doing. This type of goal is most of the time is the New Year resolution that you're taking. The New Year resolution is always a B-type goal. It's something you think you can do. And because there's no inspiration behind it, you are giving up. And normally you give up pretty quick as a matter of fact. Normally, people give up within the first 3 weeks of that B-type goal. Now, the C-type goal is wants. I'm talking about what you truly want. Some people say, like, I don't know what I want. I don't believe that. I believe that most of the people are giving up on their wants even before to start entertaining that idea because someone somewhere told them that they were dreaming, that it was impossible. But when you want something, you are excited, you are enthused, you are full of life. And that is how that you're going to be able to go after that C-type goal, which is you have to start building that fantasy. So for the front desk manager that would like to become a managing director or general manager from a hotel, then it would have to start fantasizing about it. So fantasizing is starting to daydream about what you see. Like you start to entertain, and then you're going to start making some type of plan. You're going to start reasoning. So you're going to use your mental faculty, your mind, your reasoning mind to start putting this together. And you're going to start strategizing. Is that something that it can be doable? Is that something that truly I want to do? And when you go there, when you go into this fantasy and you start to entertain that idea and start, then you're going to have to ask yourself a couple questions to make your dream your reality. The first question is, am I able to do this? The truth is you're able to do anything. We have tremendous power and talent and ability locked up into our self, into our mind, into our center, our perfection, into our DNA. So in terms of ability, all is there. And if you don't have some of the ability that you need in order to get there, you can acquire them. So in terms of potential, it's all there. So are you able? Absolutely. The second question is, am I willing? Am I willing to pay the price? Am I willing to do anything that needs to be done in order to walk toward that goal? And that is truly the real question. Because maybe you will have to move to a different destination. Maybe you're going to have to move to a different position. Maybe you're going to have to pay the price to go into a night shift that you said, I don't want to do that. But that is the willingness. The willingness is to do whatever it takes in order to advance toward that goal. And when you answer yes to are you able and yes to are you willing, now you are into the way to get into your goal. You are creating that goal. So that fantasy transforms into a theory, and that theory turns into a goal. All right? So let's define your goal. Let's see what would be your goal for you. Because some people say, like, I don't know what I want. So let me help you to find what it is that you want and how to get your goal. So first of all, I always believe that it is easier to go after what you love to do. Because when you love to do something, what happens is you don't work anymore. What I'm doing right now with you, I love to do this. I can spend hours to create those presentation and to create and to speak and to do conferences and webinars, and I love to do those things. So it is not work. When you are doing something you love, you stop working. You're enjoying yourself while doing it. All right? So that's the first part. Second is, what type of skills do you have? I believe that it is easier to work with the current skills that you already have. For instance, I study radio and television. So I know about communication, and that's the reason why I'm into this field, because I can communicate. The reason why I went into this studies because I love that. So my skill is communication. I can pass information in a way that you can easily understand it. What are your skills? Now, maybe you're missing some skills. Don't worry about that. We can increase and incorporate those skills later on, but make sure you're focusing on the skills that you already have. And make sure that you are loving what you do. And then third is, what are the market needs? And this is what I said, you need to be aware of the market conditions. If you are into an area where that there's no growth and that people which are working there for years, well, maybe that the market conditions are not favorable. Does that mean that you shouldn't go there? No, but the market condition won't be favorable for you, so it might be a little bit more difficult. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't go there. Does that make sense? But when you understand the market needs, maybe you can have it a little easier. So if you go into a place where there's tremendous growth, so for instance, where I am right now, there's huge growth. We are opening 4,000 new positions within the next 18 months. Imagine that. That is a lot of positions. So understanding the market needs will help you to make some decision and do whatever needs to be done in order to get where you want to go. All right? So this is where your sweet spot is, right? And that sweet spot is where that you will be able to advance and put you in a position to get to that six-figure income. Make sense? And when you're doing this, what's happening is you're preparing yourself for success. When you love what you do, when you develop your skills, when you understand the market needs, you are prepared to succeed. You are prepared to advance to that six-figure position. So make sure that your goals should be in line with what you love to do, what are your skills, and if you're missing some of those skills, make sure you develop them. Make sure that you are taking extra courses. A lot of the hotels are giving you those skills. If your English is not well developed and you need to improve it, just go to your human resources and ask them. They have courses. They have English courses. They will help you to develop those skills. But if you want to become someone who will earn six figures, make sure that you will develop your skills. And then when you understand the market needs and you understand the market condition, you will put yourself into exactly where to find the right position for you in order to get to that six-figure position. Now, where do you get those skills? Right? Where do you get those skills? I just told you, you do this through your human resources, but the market needs, where do you find this information? Like go for the market needs. Go to LinkedIn. I told you earlier, social media and LinkedIn specifically in the hospitality industry is an absolute gold mine. And by the way, you should check me out, Marc Jaspert, and get involved with me because I'm giving you information every single day. And I'm writing a blog every day about how to get better, give you like information, giving you skills. And this is absolutely free. And that is what LinkedIn is all about. If you know how to find the information and you get better at understanding what the market needs are, you will be able to move forward and you will be able to have those six-figure position opportunities being presented to you. And I'm telling you, I see them every single day. Every day I see those six-figure position being open and shown on LinkedIn every day. So if you're not there yet, make sure you're building your profile. Make sure you're creating an opportunity for yourself in order to get there. All right? By doing this, what you're going to do is you're going to always be ready for any opportunity that's presenting to you. And that is key. If you're not ready for that opportunity, when the opportunity is going to present, you're going to miss it. Then you are open for growth. In order to get to a six-figure position, you need to grow. You need to be better. That is that is paramount. No, you cannot move forward if you're not open to grow. So make sure that you are growing every single day. You are ahead of the competition. But I want to share with you that competition doesn't exist. I'll share this with you. Amateurs compete, professionals create. So when I say you are ahead of the competition, you are ahead of other people which are not working on those skills. So make sure that you're working on those skills for yourself and not because you want to compete with someone else. Make sense? And you have knowledge on the market. You will know what hotels is doing, which area is developing, which area is growing. And you'll be able as well, if you want to travel around the world. And that is one of the beautiful things about this industry is you can travel. You can experience the world. You can be in some of those corporations which offer you to move you into different places. And if you're willing, remember, the willingness to do whatever it takes to get to that six-figure position, you will be open and it's going to work for you. Okay? So make sure that you're following those 3 steps, which are very important. Do what you love to do. Stay in that field that you love to do. Make sure you improve your skills and understand the market condition and the market needs. And when you do this, you're ahead of the game. Now, this is something that you need to have with you at all times. Like one of the mistakes about people which are having a goal is they're having a goal, but their goal is at home while they're working, which their goal should be in their pocket all the time, and they should look at their goal at all time. And I want to give you a little example of what you can do. And you should write and take some notes on this. And you should write exactly the way you want your goal to be done. Okay? So that is the example that I'm giving you. You should do it exactly this way. This works. My mentor, I've been doing this for 55 years. He earns millions of dollars. He's been helping millions of people, and he's been helping a lot of different companies to increase their revenues by billions of dollars. So you should follow what he's doing. All right? So I want you to write this down. I am so happy and grateful now that I am a successful general manager. So that would be your position. Helping my team be more efficient or providing an exceptional service. So it always has to be service. When you're serving and you are into the hospitality industry, you have to understand that this is all about service. You've got to serve, and you have to forget yourself in the process. All right? Earning an annual income of $100,000, $200,000, $600,000. It doesn't matter how much you put there, but that is your goal, and that goal should inspire you. You should feel that this is bringing you, it's pulling you forward. And by the way, don't put your goal into your back pocket. Don't put your wallet into your back pocket. First of all, you don't want to sit on your goal, and you don't want to sit on your money. So your goal and your money should always be in your front pocket. So it's pulling you. It's bringing you forward. All right? This is psychology. This is like neuro-linguistic programming, which it all works in your favor when you understand how to make that, helping you to move forward towards that six-figure income position. So make sure that you have this down and you are working with this every single day. Read it as much as possible, as often as possible. Make sure you are reading this sentence over and over and over again. All right, so let's recap the first fundamental. Set up your goal properly. Make sure you're going after C-type goal, after truly what you want. Get better at what you love. Make sure that you do what you love to do so you won't work another day in your life. Find what the market wants. You've got to look at what the market is all about. And when you find out what the market wants, make sure that your vision is clear and you're carrying your vision with you at all times. So this is your work. This is your first fundamental. I absolutely love this one. And that's the basic, that's the first principle in order to get to that six-figure position. Now, second, how do you manage your activities? How do you manage your activities? This is so important. If you want to be in that six-figure position, you need to understand that you need to know how to manage your activities. But first, let me share you this story with you. Because Bob, that's my mentor, Bob Proctor, is one of his first mentor, Earl Nightingale. Which, by the way, Earl was one of the first person to create this industry of self-help as we know it. Earl was the very first one to record a record about self-help, which was a talk record. And Bob had the opportunity to be mentored by this gentleman. And one day, Earl had been accomplishing so many things. And one day, Bob asked Earl, he says, Earl, how did you become a master at time management? And Earl was just absolutely out of himself. He says, I never mastered time management. Time cannot be managed. It cannot be managed. I merely manage activities. So what I do is I take half a dozen activities, I write it down, and then I'm just applying to do them. So every day I write down 6 activities that I'm going to do, and I start with activity number 1, and I don't think about activity number 2. I put all of my focus and attention on activity number 1. And when I'm done with activity number 1, I move to activity number 2. I don't think about activity number 3, and I forget about activity number 1. I just focus on activity number 2, and so on and so forth. And if I don't have time to do all the 6 of them, then I take the one I didn't complete it, and I put them for the following day. And then I add 3 or 4 more, so I can have 6 every day. And if you do that every single day, you're going to be great at managing your activity with the time that you have. That is how it's done. No more, no less. And when you see people which are doing, and if you are working in the concierge, as a concierge into that hospitality industry, I know that you're trying to answer the phone and write emails at the same time and talk to someone and text on your, this is crazy. You cannot be efficient at any of those activities if you're acting this way. So it's all about being focused, being dedicated, and when you do something, you do it fully. There's something I say to my daughter every single day. When you do something, you're doing it right, or you don't do it. So make sure that what you do, you're doing it right every single time. There's no secret of being great. You can only do little things in a great way every day. And that is how you do that. And when you're going to be able to manage your activity this way, you will see that you will always have time. That is the beauty about this. So make sure that you're doing this the right way, and then you will see great things happening for you. Now, third, attitude. What is attitude? And that is very, very important because Earl Nightingale have been doing a program which at the time was called Lead the Field, and that's an old program. And he said the very first principle in the program Lead the Field was attitude, which he called at the time the magic words. The magic word was attitude. But if we ask what is attitude, we could ask 100 people. And out of the 100 people, we would have probably 100 different answers. So exactly what is attitude? And that is very, very important for you to understand the true definition of what attitude is. So let's look into it. First, attitude is a composite of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. So you need to have those three very, very aligned in order to be able to move towards the life that you want. Because if they're not in line, you won't be able to have this great attitude. That's going to be incomplete. So your thoughts, feeling, and action always have to be aligned. So you can think about great things, but if you don't feel well, your customer's gonna feel this. It's gonna have like a feedback which is not necessarily in line with what you're thinking. And your action will always be a reflection of how you feel. So it is very important that those three different components in attitude are in line. And if you're capable of doing this, you will be able to have a great attitude. Like sometimes people are coming to you and it says like, you don't have a good attitude. It's like, of course I do. Like, I mean, my attitude is great. Like, I don't know why are you talking about like, I don't have a good attitude. My attitude is great, but your feeling and your action are not in line with what you're thinking. I remember when I was working in sales into the hospitality industry, I thought that my attitude was great because I was thinking positive thoughts, but my feelings and my action was not in line, was not reasoning with the way I was thinking. So sometimes there's a disconnection, and other people are feeling this. They're sensing that there's something which is not in harmony. So that is key. You need to have your thoughts, feeling, and action which are in line. And if you're capable of doing this, you will see that everything's going to be in line, and you're going to be able to create a great actions because your feelings and your thoughts are in harmony with what you're doing. So that is what attitude is. It is extremely important that your attitude is always in check, because if you want to get to that six-figure position, you need to have your attitude in line with what truly you want to do in your life. All right? So that is the three key fundamentals you need to, if you want to earn a six-figure income position. So your goals, very important, managing your activities, and your attitude. So at this time, there's a couple options available to you, because you can try to do this alone, and you can try to change your habit you have been carrying for years and spend maybe another 5 to 10 years at the same spot, getting frustrated and going nowhere. That is your first option. Or you can get help from a professional with a proven method that to acquire those skills. And if you acquire those skills and tools, you're gonna go to where you wanna go fast. And when I say fast, I'm talking about like cutting 5 to 10 years of that progress. And imagine the amount of money, imagine the amount of income that you will be able to earn if you cut 5 to 10 years into that process to get to that six-figure position. So this is the difference between a very flourishing, a very abundant career, and one which basically you arrive towards the end of your career and then finally you get to that six-figure position. So I want to introduce you the six-figure income result system, which that six-figure income result system, we will show you how to think into result and create the position you desire with total predictability. So when I say total predictability, is we will teach you exactly how to get the results that you want. This is an online training system that will teach you how to the highly paid executive think and how that they go to that six-figure position. And if you look at it, if you look at everybody which you've been working for, which are earning six figures, look at them. They all look very similar. And they might do exactly the same thing you're doing. And he's like, why is he's always getting those positions? Why is earning so much money? Why I'm doing the same thing? But it's not about what you're doing. It's about how you're doing it. And that is what this six-figure income result system will share with you, which is a video training. You've got MP3s, you've got extensive participants guide, you've got live and recorded call with me, and you can log in from anywhere you are in the world. So you don't have to be locally here. If you are locally, great. So we'll be able to go and have a coffee. But at the end of the day, the training is the same, even though that you are somewhere or you are working with me physically. Here's what we're going to cover during that program. So the six-figure income result system, the first lesson we're going to talk about goals. So how to set up proper goals, what is the importance of the goal, how did you gonna get and how to utilize the goals, how to make what you need to do on a daily basis in order to get there, right? Because remember, we're going to make you think into results. Then we're going to talk about the knowledge gap. The fact of the matter is you have already all the knowledge necessary to get to that six-figure position. The problem is there's a gap between everything you know and everything you do. And what I'm going to teach you with this is how to marshal all of that energy and faculties and expertise and experience and be able to apply it on a daily basis. And when you're capable of doing this, then this is where you start moving towards the life that you want. Then I'm going to show you how to utilize your infinite mind. Your mind is the greatest power of all of creation. That's what Dr. J.B. Ryan, which I've been doing a lot of study on the mind, and he said the mind is the greatest power of all of creation. As a matter of fact, everything that you see have been created in the mind of someone. Like the computer that you're watching me right now, the headset that you're having in your ear, and you might have the new Bluetooth headset, which there's no cord on it. This have been created in the mind of someone. And how do you tap into that infinite power? That's what I'm going to share with you in lesson 3. Lesson 4 is the secret tool. That is so powerful because when you start looking at this, you will be able to understand how your attitude works, how to bring your thought into action. And I really, really love this one. Thinking into results. You've got mental tools in your mind. As a matter of fact, we all born genius. And if you continue using those mental tools, you can bring back that genius to you. So it is very important to be able to think into results. Then we're going to create the position that you want with predictability. So we're going to have that position. We're going to see you. We're going to see you how you're dressed. We're going to see you how you walk, how you talk, how you meet and greet everybody. That is so fun. I really, really, really enjoy lesson 6. Then fear management. How does fear work? Why is it crippling into your life? Fear management is so good because when you're capable of managing your fear, you're capable of managing anything. Then we're going to do the integration of your behavior. Integration of your behavior with your belief system. And when you move this way, you will see that everything is possible. Attitude, I already covered a little bit of what is attitude. The most valuable person, which by the way, it's you. And when you understand this, you understand how to lead other people and how to help others to lead as well and how to help others to follow leaders. So this is so powerful. The impression of increase. When you meet someone and you leave that person better off because they met you, what you're doing is you're feeding yourself. You're feeding yourself with incredible energy. And when you understand this, this is where that you're going to climb the ladder so quick that you will be shocked at the results. And then 12, teamwork. So that is the six-figure income results system. It is so powerful. And this program you will be able to achieve more with those 12 lessons that you will achieve in 10 years. And I can put my hand in the fire right now, and I'm not going to burn myself because that is so powerful. I've been experiencing it. I've been working into improving myself for 17 years now. And I started to see tremendous results happening only in the past 4 when I started applying this methodology and bringing this into my life. And that is truly what you're going to experience with this. You also get access to a private mastermind community of like-minded people which have the same pursuit. Like they're looking into the same thing that you're looking. So, and that's very important to connect with that type of people. You know, sometimes you have to let go of the people that are holding you back, because if you are gathering with people which are moving forward, you will be able to move forward as well. Then you will be able to acquire and team up with an accountability partner which will help you to move and to advance, because that person wants to advance as well. So you're going to push each other. This is not, you don't have to do that, but I really invite you to do something like this. I have an accountability partner. I absolutely love to have an accountability partner because I don't want to let myself down and I don't want to let my accountability partner down. So that is helping you to move forward. And you're going to have access to me, to your coach on a weekly basis to create those desired results that you have, that you want to go to that six-figure position. So that is what the program is. And so let me share what is this program entitled you and what it costs normally. So the six-figure income results system is a 12-lesson online, which has a value of $5,000. There's a lifetime access to the like-minded goal achiever mastermind community, which is $1,000 a year. And you're going to have the support and the tool to bring you to that six-figure position you are looking for. And that is a proven methodology. And it's based on over 55 years of human potential research. So it's not a coincidence. This is not like wishful thinking or imaginary material. This is proven research for 55 years of proven research on human potential and growth. So this works. It works every time. It works 100% of the time if you're doing the work. So it's very, very simple. So if you do the math, how long would it take you to get to where you want to go? Right? What's the cost attached to 10 years of not being in six figures? So if you make the math yourself, you will see that the price that this program costs is nothing compared to what you're getting in return. How many years are you going to waste on trial and error, on bad choices, wrong decision, not knowing where to go, in taking advice from people who has no clue and they give you only an opinion? They don't give you advice based on knowledge. They give you advice based on opinion. And that makes you frustrated because you don't get the promotion that you want. And not being recognized and being ignored. You know, you might have 15, 20, 30 years of experience and you still don't get that position that you so much wish to have. And that is what I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share that those years of experience that you have has a price value into it. And investing in yourself and changing this to get to where you want to go. There's absolutely no price to it. That $5,000 that you see there is a very, very low price compared to what truly you can get out of it. So the total price normally for this program is $5,934. But I want to tell you that a lot of people into the hospitality industry that I've met over the years now, probably over the past couple of years, when I'm sharing the price, they almost have a heart attack right there, and they say, "Wow, this is crazy." And it started to, I wanted to do something for the people which are helped me to move forward. And this is exactly what I did. I decided that I'm going to help you to get to where you want to go. And by proving to you that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to move you there, this is what we decided to do. So if you are taking action, and if you are taking the trust in yourself to invest in yourself and get better, you will get to that six-figure position. And you will get there fast. If you make it in your mind that you will get there in a year, I promise you you're going to get there in a year. So today, if you take advantage of this promotion, it's only $24.99. Or if you want to do it by payment, you can do it by payment. It's 4 little payment of $750. And this program, it works 100% of the time. I told you, it works. It's so powerful. And if you do the work, if you do your part, you're going to get everything that you want, because this program never fails. It's based on 55 years of proven research. And companies like the Fortune 500 companies are utilizing this program. They see their revenues going into the billions of dollars of improvement because they're following the laws. They live by law. They don't live by luck. And that is what this program is all about. So I want you to get started now. Get started, go to the website, marcdespit.com/go. Get involved, because this program won't fail you. You remember, you have two choices. You can try to figure this out on your own, and you're going to take 5 to 10 years to get there. And imagine, let's say that you take only 5 years to get there. But if you do the program with me, if you let me coach you, if you let me give you the tools in order to get there, and you get there within a year, now it's 4 years into 6 figures. How much is that? How much worth is that? To be able to get those vacations, those dream vacations you always wanted to have with your family, to be able to get that car that you always wanted to have, to be able to get that cottage at the lake that you always dreamed of. This program won't fail. And if you have some challenge, please email us if you cannot get involved. And we're going to be there. Take advantage of this promotion. Take advantage of it, of this amazing, life-changing program, and you will see your life becoming better, and you will get to that six-figure position. I'm looking forward to start working with you. I'm gonna be there answering your question live right now. Please get involved. Let us know what you think, and let's get started. I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.